Well, there's been widespread speculation about the health of AmaZulu King MisuZulu kaZwelithini over the past weekend. That's after conflicting statements were made about his condition. Traditional Prime Minister to the AmaZulu nation, Mangosuthu Buthelezi, issued a statement saying that the monarch had been hospitalised in eSwatini, a claim which was later denied by the King's spokesperson, Prince Africa Zulu. Zululand District Municipality Mayor and senior IFP member Thulasizwe Buthelezi has also now issued a statement of his own and joins us now to talk more about this. A very good evening to you, Mayor. Grateful for your time. So why have you taken it upon yourself to comment on this weekend's events?
Good evening, Tembegile, and to your viewers at home. Firstly, we as the Zulu nation fully support and applaud the role that Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi has played and is playing as the King's Prime Minister, a role that he has played for the past 69 years. And throughout the time that he has executed this role, he has always been a source of wisdom and stability for the royal family and the Zulu nation. And therefore we are concerned when Johnny-come-latelys like Prince Africa emerge out of the woodwork to try and discredit the good name of Prince Buthelezi in an effort to disrupt and divert the attention away from the good work that Prince Buthelezi is doing as Prime Minister. Therefore, we are issuing a caution to Prince Africa to stop undermining the authority of Prince Buthelezi, in that each time Prince Buthelezi executes his work as Prime Minister, Prince Africa now has a tendency to contradict him. And that is why we issued a statement to say that Prince Africa must stop what he is doing, because it's very dangerous for the Zulu nation.
Why is it your place to scold him or call him to order when, if the king had an issue with it, surely he would then rein him in or dismiss him, which hasn't happened?
Well, Prince Africa refers to himself as a royal agent. We don't know what that is. We do not know where he comes from. So therefore we are alarmed to say, how can someone who is clearly now playing a political role on behalf of the ANC in the province to try and malign the character of Prince Buthelezi? So we said he must be put in his place, and we are coming out very clearly to say the good work that the traditional Prime Minister is doing must not be disturbed by people like Prince Africa, because what they are doing is provocative in the extreme and very dangerous and harms the image of the royal family and harms the image of the office which he purports to be speaking on behalf.
To that point, though, sir, if the royal family or indeed the king himself had an issue, why have they not called him out? Why has he not been dismissed? Because surely the king then, as custodian, as leader of AmaZulu, would have been the one to say that statement was not issued in my name and therefore brought down some form of sanction or indeed gone against what was being said about him if it's not true.
Well, it shows that Prince Africa is a political project, because he doesn't know the royal protocol, that once the Prime Minister, which is Prince Buthelezi, has pronounced on an issue, he does so on behalf of the king, he does so on behalf of the nation. Therefore, for someone now like Prince Africa to try and always second guess and try to outsmart and outdo the work of the Prime Minister is something that we cannot accept, because the role that Prince Buthelezi has played is unmatched in his dedication to the king, is unmatched in his loyalty to the king. So we do not know Prince Africa, but we know Prince Buthelezi, and we will not allow Prince Africa to do his work, which is undermining the stature and office of the Prime Minister.
You say, sir, that you don't know him, but the king is not saying he doesn't know him. And he's also not denouncing anything that Prince Africa has said about his condition. And in fact, according to the prince, he's doing this in the best interest of the king, because statements such as that one interviewed by Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi basically, according to him, seek to undermine the standing of King MisuZulu kaZwelithini, because they claim he's ill when he's in fact not, and is in eSwatini for a routine medical check, according to Prince Africa, and that has not been corrected by the king himself. So at this point, it's your word against his.
No, it's the word of Prince Buthelezi against Prince Africa.
Yes, but they both now are fighting to be the rightful spokesperson, essentially, of the king. And if the king is silent, who do we believe?
No, Prince Buthelezi cannot fight against Africa. You know, you cannot elevate Africa to be at the level of Prince Buthelezi. He is someone who has just emerged out of the woodwork and trying his wings, you know. So that is why we are saying that we must respect and support the work of Prince Buthelezi, because when he speaks, he is doing something that he has been doing for almost 70 years. He cannot be taught by Prince Africa how to do his job and when to speak on behalf of the king and when to speak to the Zulu nation or not. So what Prince Africa is doing is very dangerous, not only for himself, but also for the Zulu nation, because we cannot allow irresponsible charlatans like him to come in and do the work which has taken so many decades to do.
Well, one of the issues here is that it's been reported on, and I'm sure you've seen it yourself, even at the beginning of June, where there was a reported breakdown or strain on the relationship between Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi and King MisuZulu. What is the status of that relationship today? Do they still speak? Is Buthelezi still his confidant?
Well, we cannot depend on Prince Africa to tell us what is the state of the relationship.
Now, I'm asking you, sir, about the nature of the relationship between the king and his traditional prime minister. Has it broken down? Because there's suggestions it's under strain, it's taken strain.
But you are saying that as the media.
I'm asking you the question based on what's being reported. So I'm saying to you, what is the status?
No, but it's a hypothetical situation that you are creating, which is not there.
I'm asking you if, based on reports, you're speaking on behalf of the traditional prime minister in his defense, in fact, tonight, and I'm saying to you, what do you know about the relationship? Has it indeed taken strain? Are they even speaking? Is the king even confiding in Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi? That's what I'm asking you. I'm not stating anything as fact.
But I'm saying you're asking the wrong question, because this is exactly the type of questioning and thinking which Prince Africa is taking. We are saying we have full confidence in the Prime Minister as the person who represents the king on very serious matters, and when he issues a public statement, he should be supported and he should be applauded for the sterling work in which he's doing his duties.
But if the traditional prime minister is being undermined by this prince, and he indeed still enjoys the confidence that is the traditional prime minister of the king, should the monarch not defend him or protect him from disrespect or the undermining that you now claim he's being subjected to?
That's what I'm saying. We still need to educate people about how the monarchy works. The king does not speak on behalf of himself. The pillar behind the king is the prime minister, and in all his public pronouncements, he has safeguarded the integrity of the Zulu royal house, and he has promoted the integrity of the king. And our main thrust was to say Prince Africa should desist from what he is doing, because he's destroying the good work and he is sowing huge disharmony and disunity within the royal family.
Lastly then, you have issued your statement today basically calling Prince Africa an ANC project. You say all he's done basically is a politically calculated ploy sponsored by the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal. I get all of that, but why would you use the official letterhead of the Zululand District Municipality to air an opinion on A, politics, and B, drama within the royal household? Do you think that's appropriate?
Well, it is not an opinion, it is a fact.
But you're using an official letterhead, sir, for your opinion, yes, or whatever fact. What does that have to do with the municipality?
Because I'm occupying the office in Zululand. All the king's palaces are in Zululand. And the people of Zululand are very concerned about the behavior of Prince Africa, which is foreign to us as people who respect the royal family. And the people of Zululand are cautioning Prince Africa to stop what he is doing. Because what he is doing, in fact, is doing the bidding on behalf of the ANC, who are on record as saying Prince Buthelezi is using his position as Prime Minister for political gains. And now he is a pawn in the hands of the ANC in the province, and we are now unmasking him for what he really is.
So why doesn't the IFP issue that statement, your political home, to make that comment instead of bringing in the municipality? Because the next thing, an ANC-run municipality could issue a statement of its own and claim that people there who also are subjects of the king have taken a view. And now you're bringing in the name of local government in what is essentially now a battle for influence in the ear of the king between the IFP and ANC and making it a municipal issue when this is not municipal business.
Well, the fact that I am raising it as mayor does not make it any less valid. If the ANC municipality wants to raise issues, they are within their rights. I'm within my rights as mayor in expressing the views of the people of Zululand who frown upon the behavior of Prince Africa and who reject his political antics for what they are.
Are these not the views of the IFP more than they are the views of the people of Zululand?
These are the views of the people of Zululand, whom I represent, who have come into my office even as early as this morning, who over the weekend have been calling, expressing their displeasure at Prince Africa and expressing their confidence in Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi.
It causes a complication, though, sir, does it not? Because what it does is now it poses the risk potentially of even splitting these very communities along political lines. If some are going to say, well, I stand with the ANC, therefore this is the direction I believe the monarchy should go, and some say I stand with your party and this is the way in which I believe this should be handled. So is it not best for the politicians to just stay out of this, even if it is out of just respect for the king himself?
Well, the people of Zululand are not confused. They support Prince Buthelezi beyond political lines because we understand that in executing his role, he does not adopt a political stance. So what I'm expressing are the views of people across political lines who have huge respect for Prince Buthelezi, who have huge admiration for the integrity of his work and for the stabilizing factor that he has been in this monarchy and in the Zulu nation as a whole. So we are not confused, certainly, as the people of Zululand.
So let's leave it there then for tonight. Thulasizwe Buthelezi, Mayor of Zululand. Good to speak to you. Thank you for your time.